Ah, here he is. Club legend Curtis Jones with his fine hair. He's back. He is back on loan again. And this time, he's brought some friends. How you doing, viewers? Did you get over the drama that was that final game of the season? I've only just got over it, to be honest, and I'm really hoping that we can continue that fine form. 2 wins in the final episode. If you didn't see it, go back and watch it. Absolute drama. I've given away a little bit of a spoiler, but it still will come for an exciting episode. Yes, Curtis Jones is back, and like I said, he's brought some friends. I might have gone and overdone it a little bit with bringing in Liverpool players. Let's just go to the transfers. Next up, we brought in Sepp van den Berg, a very good centre-back, indeed, from Liverpool. A player that actually Liverpool fans are really excited of seeing, or so I hear. And I think he's going to fit in really well. He's going to be starting for us 6'3" at 18 years old. That is ridiculous, the Dutchman. A 5-star potential, obviously. He's going to be a ball-playing defender as well, which suits us perfectly. I really like the look of him. But he wasn't the only defender that came from Liverpool. Caine Hoover is another guy we have brought in. The right back / right wing back. He's going to be playing right back for us though. Either way, an unbelievable talent, if you ask me, and especially for this level. 4-star current ability, 5-star potential. We really need to overhaul the defence. We had a couple of people who were just a little bit too old, and either side on the fullbacks, they didn't have like any cover. Hatlahol was okay with Knudsen, but going up a league, I don't think they're very good going forward. But this guy comes in and boosts that massively. He can play centre-back if we need him to as well. He's very good at that position. He's only 5'11", but that's still tall enough, if you ask me, for a centre-back. So I'm happy to bring this guy in. But still, he is still not the only one that we brought in from Liverpool. That's 3 so far. There's another one. This is the final one we brought in. Who needs Harry Caine when you have Herbie Caine? Yes, we brought in Herbie Caine. I've never heard of him, to be honest. But he's 21 years old. I think he looks a very good midfielder. And for this level, he's going to be walking in the park. He normally plays in this CDM role, but he can also play a very good box-to-box midfielder, which is what we are going to use him for. That passing, tackling, the first touch. Oh, he is outstanding. The stamina and the work rate, along with the tactic that we are using from the Reckonist, where it provides like that hard-hitting, pressing football. This guy, I think, is going to be our best player this season. Herbie Caine. He's going to be amazing. That's it for Liverpool players. But we do have more loan signings, and we do have actual transfers. I've spent money. I didn't even have money. You've seen at the end of the episode, they didn't even give me a penny. Somehow, I've managed to get some. So this is the last loan signing that I made. Dan Peter Ulverstad. And he comes in from Rosenborg, a team who actually, I do believe, won the league last year. Let's find that out, actually. So Rosenborg did actually win the league last year. So we brought him in from there. And I think he's going to be really good, to be honest. Probably going to be a backup. I do think he might be a backup. But neither... I mean, what a backup he is. 6'2", 3.5-star current ability. Some really good technicals there and really good mentals. The mentals you'd see on Premier League defenders, to be honest. It's just the physicals which are starting to let him down. But I am still not worried about this guy being an unbelievable player for us. The last loan signing that we have is El Haj Colley. And to be honest, obviously we had Castro and Frid Johnson, who I've both retained, by the way. They haven't gone anywhere. Frid Johnson's the only one who scores goals in my team. So I needed to bring in another striker. And I struggled so bad to find another striker. And in the end, I went with this guy. I do have some money left, and I might sign someone else if finances allow me. But for now, El Haj Colley, I think, is going to be a very good rotational striker with Castro. He'll probably play more because I don't think Castro will score many. And I do think with this guy's pace, we can really use it to our ability, and I think he's probably better than his current ability suggests. On loan from Lyon, I think I quite like El Hajkoli. Next up, I brought in a goalkeeper, Goodman Conshavin. 29 years old. He is injured. He was supposed to be our first team keeper. Again, really struggling. Because of the Norwegian rule, I couldn't bring in too many foreigners who haven't been trained in Norway from the ages of 18 to 21. You can only have 9, I think, and I've already used them up, and I'd rather just find Norwegian goalkeepers. This guy was available on a free transfer from Tromsø, who got relegated, snapped him up straight away. Fans weren't very happy with it. And this is the second keeper I brought in on a free transfer that fans weren't very happy with. Even Ostbo, another Norwegian, 35 years old, so he's a lot older, 2-star current and potential ability, and he will actually be starting in these first few games because the previous keeper, which I don't even remember his name now, is actually out injured for a while, so he's going to miss the first few games. This guy's going to step in though and hopefully fill the boots, or the gloves, I guess. Another free transfer we have here, Matthias Belly Moldskred, Norwegian, kept him in the side, and he's going to be back up for Curtis Jones. We need good backups. That was our problem last season. When we had players out of suspension or injury, we were bringing in players who just weren't good enough, and this guy will be good enough, so here he is. Again, another backup coming in on a free transfer with low wages, a 29-year-old Eric Valle Donem. Not expecting to get much game time, but he will fill in every now and then, maybe some cup games or, off the bench. Some really good stats, to be honest. It's not like he's a bad player, he's just not as good as what we already have. Lars Citra also falls into that sort of like backup sort of player, a centre-back, 28 years old, 6'5". I liked his height, to be honest, more than anything, with his jumping reach, so he's going to be solid for us. Some okay mentals. The technicals are alright. The mentals are a bit shit, to be honest, but he'll do anyway as a backup. But now we have our signings that we actually made. And I'm quite excited about this one, to be honest. He's going to play on this right-hand side here. You can play quite a good inverted winger, which is what we need. Yildirim Ibrahimaj. That's going to be difficult to say. He is from Kosovo, but he has trained for 18 to 21, so he qualifies as like a Norwegian, trained in Norway player, so we don't have to use him as a foreign player. So that's good. 3-star current ability, 4-star potential, 24 years old. We signed him from Viking, who is in our league, for 120k. And if you ask me, that's a bit of a bargain. He didn't score any goals last year, which did worry me a little bit. But I thought, he's only a backup. He did play quite well. I'm alright with that. He'll come in the side, and I think he'll do his bit for us. And finally, as it stands, we have Lasse Nielsen, who's going to come in on this left-hand side, probably as a starter over Daniel Martinez. A very good current ability, and he is from Norway, so that's good as well. We signed him from Tromsø, is the team who got relegated, 190k. Paid a little bit more than what I expected, but he was a solid left-back last season for the team that got relegated, I know. But still, I'm happy with his attributes. I'm happy with him so far this season. There might be more signings, like I say, but we have our first game of the season today. Let's go forward and play that. Before we do, I just want to show you our balance, which has gone up and down since the end of the season, mainly because we used the tactic of having a lot of pre-season leagues against the big sides, which all were televised and brought us in a lot of money, which we could not have done without, because we were so far in the red. We were almost £1 million in the red before pre-season started, so it needed to be done. It put us up to about 2 million. So just to save the club, really, because I couldn't even see us being around much longer. We do have a transfer budget, £112 million left. We are currently well underspending our wage budget, which I really like. And to be honest, our wage budget was like 58 grand a week, so that's well high, really. But we've reduced it to get some transfers in, which we have done. There might be one more, but not counting anything yet. And so today we are against Haugesund, and this is the side we're going to go with. Haven't changed the tactic, which is like the longest I've ever stayed with a tactic, to be honest, in this save so far. Frid Johnson and Castro up top once again. The other striker that we signed, where is he now? Colley is out injured. He will be back in about a week to 2 weeks' time. So that's annoying, but never mind. We're just going to have to stick to what we have. Jones on the left, Ibrahimaj on the right, Poyet and Caine, Herbie Caine in that box-to-box midfielder row. Excited about what he can do. We need to dominate midfield. That is what we need to do in every game, and he's the guy who's going to do that. Nielsen on the left, Vandenberg in the middle with Ulverstad, and Hoover on the right, hoovering up there. And how many times I'm going to use that joke? That's going to get old, isn't it? And Ordspo in net, and I'm actually because I'm quite worried. I'm going to put that. Yeah, I'm fine. We're fine. Let's go. So here we are, Hawkstone Stadion, 8,900 people. The capacity, bigger stadiums now. Our first venture into a top league. So this is going to be our first opportunity to win and conquer one of the countries we are expected to conquer. You'll probably have seen the new outro. If you haven't, you've obviously skipped the end, which I'm not happy with. Have a look at the end of the episode. I've created a nice little graphic now with all the new trophies that we are going to accomplish and win in this save. Have a look at it. Eventually, some of them will be ticked off when we start winning trophies. Not if, when we start winning trophies. Will it be with Elsund in this first year? I hope so. Okay, the first highlight of the new season. Curtis Jones, the club legend, has actually lost the ball. And now, Hawksund are on the attack. It's a good clearance by Herbie Caine. There we go, look. He's given away a penalty. That's what he's done. He's actually given away a penalty. I've sung his praises and he's given away a penalty. 1-0 down. I thought that was a fair tackle. And if you ask me, in 2D, looked like he got the ball, swept it straight out of play. How is that a penalty? Herbie Caine, they just don't know. English football, that would never have happened, would it? You come to Norway, they don't like it. We're going to have to adapt, Herb. We're going to have to adapt. They don't like that. Can we win a goal back, though? Right on the stroke of half-time. Caine, redeem yourself. Frid Johnson, top scorer of the league last year. Castro's there. Castro with a great start to the season. Maybe this is his standard of football. Nicholas Castro, first game of the season, he only got 1 or 2 last year throughout the whole season. But he started off 40 minutes in and he's got himself a goal. Frid Johnson, the provider this time. And Castro with a lovely little finish. That's nice, Nicholas. Maybe it's because we made a sign-in and now he's worried. It's probably it. It's definitely onside. Bang! 1-1 as we go in at half-time. Or is it? Because we do have a highlight right on the stroke of half-time. And if we can get another one, well, then that will be absolutely fan-dabby-dozy. Herbie Caine, Curtis Jones. Frid Johnson's now through. He's took it around the keeper. He cannot miss. And Holmberg Frid Johnson puts us 2-1 up. The Liverpool links that we are going to have this year is unbelievable. And as a Manchester United fan, it doesn't bother me one bit because we are using their youngsters to our advantage. It's fine. We are basically Liverpool under-21s right now. We have 4 of their players in our starting lineup. It's brilliant. I'm enjoying it. We're 2-1 up in half-time in the Elite Slagen, whatever it's. I'm so sorry. I've probably butchered the hell out of that name. But anyway, we go on to the second half. It's actually called the Elite Syrian. Elite Syrian. Nailed it. Hoover on this right. Poyet has played it in. Ibrahimaj. Caine. Herbie Caine. Oh, he's finding pockets. They won't like that. Hoover on this right hand side. Play it down the wing. Ibrahimaj is now free. Cut inside. Jones is there. Curtis Jones. I mean, once in a lifetime Curtis Jones is what I'm going to call him. The club legend. Vandenberg now. Jones. Oh, he's played Frid Johnson through. It's a lovely ball. Frid Johnson. Oh, it's a good save from Gostomiki. Hawksund on the ropes. We have them against the ropes. Castro's going to take this. All sand over the bar. Frid Johnson now. He's lost the ball. Jones, though. Frid Johnson. He's still got it. Frid Johnson. Curtis Jones. And Curtis Jones has put it in. New season, new guy. Curtis Jones. I just want to say they're going to take this opportunity. I do have a Patreon page. If you wish to help support the channel a little bit more, help my life a little bit easier, you can help by supporting the Patreon channel. There's links down in the description. There's tiers that you can choose from where you can actually sponsor a player. So all of these really frustrating names which you can hear me butcher every single game, and they always sound different to what I called them the last time and how I pronounced it. You can sponsor a player and good save. And you can sponsor a player and you can rename that player after yourself, and it makes it much more easier for me, unless of course you have a really difficult name to pronounce. So please make it nice and easy. And if you don't want to contribute, that's fine. I'm just happy you're here watching my content. As it stands though, we have an injured player, Curtis Jones. It's going to be one of those years. I can just feel it already. Luckily, I've made some good signings. We can bring on Belly Molgskred. Please, pledge to the Patreon. Get this guy's name changed. So Belly Molgskred is now on the field, and Frid Johnson is now through. Castro, he's found. No way. What a substitute! What a substitute! Belly Molgskred has scored. It was, as if Castro, he can barely score one goal. As if he was going to score 2 in one game. We are looking comfortable now, away from home, 4-1 with a dubious penalty anyway. We are looking very good against this Hawksons team. I did actually see where our season preview was, where they predicted for us to finish. Didn't even see it, but I don't really care now. Anyway, Boba Fett's going to come on. Haven't forgot about him. Have not forgot about Boba Fett. Of course I haven't. And Fredrik Carlson for Herbie Caine. We're comfortable. We need to rest our best players like Mr. Caine. And with all 3 substitutions made now, we are still on the attack, still giving them grief. Or are we? Sandberg has now picked it up. Castro, there we go. The same again. Frid Johnson, he's played him through. Frid Johnson makes it 5. Second goal of the season already for homebet Frid Johnson. He scored 23 or something like that last season in total. And Castro always seems to do that very well. But instead of going through one-on-one and hitting it straight at the keeper, he found Frid Johnson, who found the corner of the net. 5-1 Elson. I'm feeling good about this season. And it doesn't even end there. 80th minute, we're still on the attack. Frid Johnson makes it 3. Oh, he's offside. What a shame. Is he though? Is he though? Oh, he's only just as well. Oh, that's a shame. There's going to be plenty more. There'll probably be another one at the end of this game, to be fair. Of course, I jinxed it. 93rd minute. We take the win anyway. We now sit top of the league. Well, I think we do. Anyway, I'm sure we do. 5-1. There we go. What a beautiful sight to see. Along with Brand, we are up there, top of the league. And Rosenborg, Brand beat Rosenborg 4-0. That's going. I almost signed this guy, by the way. Almost signed him. 575k, though. I don't want to spend that much on one player. That's quite shocking. So the winners of the league sit bottom. We, promoted, sit top. Norway is a crazy, crazy place. But I am loving it. I am absolutely loving it. And I hope you guys are too. Drop a like on this video if you can. That would be fantastic. Leave your predictions down below where we are going to finish this season. And also let me know what you think of the signings I made. Do you like Herbie Caine? Are you glad Curtis Jones is back? Do you feel sorry Boba Fett was dropped down to the bench? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you are new around here, please subscribe to the channel. I will be back again and again and again with this Conquest Scandinavia side until I win all 5 trophies. That is my promise to you. And of course, if you do want to provide me with a little bit more support, the Patreon link is also down in the description. My name is Omega Luke, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.